Everybody, thank you for joining today. It's the second day of June, and today is episode 13 of a special book that I have been so blessed to read. It's called Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal and Rejuvenate Your Back. And this book, you can see out in the back, is it has this silhouette of a person's back with this Tao calligraphy down the middle. And it's actually very special because this teacher, Dr. Master Shah, who wrote this book, I'm blessed to be one of the center leaders at one of 11 centers worldwide that are available to serve humanity. And to be able to put healing into a book is, most people say, well, I can read it and learn how to heal myself. I can learn about these herbs or this or that, learn how to heal myself. But to actually have a healing in the book, that's a little bit different. So one of the things that is unique about this individual, this teacher, Dr. and Master Jigong Shah, is that he can transmit healing power not only into books, but actually to individuals. Prior to me doing this live stream many years ago, I did like 5 live streams a day. Monday through Friday, I would do live streams to serve humanity. And I would almost always do a healing demonstration during those live streams. And the thing that truly surprised me the most was it didn't matter where somebody was. It didn't really matter what their condition was. There was a consistency of benefit and result. And that occurred because I received a healing transmission. So this book, the Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal Your Back, has also received the healing transmission. And this is what we're discussing. So today is the 13th partition or portion of this training and teaching. I'm probably close to halfway through the book, not quite there yet. And so we've got more to go. I'm here every Tuesday and every Thursday offering both the wisdom, the teachings, and the practices. So I encourage you to join me each and every Tuesday and Thursday at this time, and I will be here to serve you. Please also say hi to me. I love to see you pop up in the comments, and also click on that share button so that other people know about this event. They may not be able to come live, and I understand that, but this might land on their Facebook page and they decide to start watching it. You never know what kind of benefits they're going to get. So you'll see behind me in this corner is the Tao De Da I, one of the special calligraphies. I received this one about a year ago from Dr. Master Shah. And for those of you that are not familiar with Tao calligraphy, I'll give you a little backup information because you might be just stumbling upon this and have a little bit. What's this all about? So in essence, the author of this book and the founder of Tao Healing is Dr. and Master Jigong Shah. He has written over 25 books, many New York Times bestsellers, and he wanted to have a way to bring healing to humanity in a very large scale. Great to see you here, Mercedes. Great to see you here, Gavin. Thank you for saying hello. Of course, I know you guys always share, so thank you for that. And Master Shah, his heart is to serve. He wants to empower people to learn how to fish, not just give them the fish. And he is a world-renowned healer. Heads of state would come to see him to receive healing. So he's very well recognized in the world. But he really wanted to say, how can I put this healing in anybody's hands? And he's done that and accomplished that in the books. And this is why it's so important. This is why I'm reading it to you and practicing with you some of the wisdoms from the books. How does he do that? Well, the simple version, you'd have to read the book to learn the whole thing. I actually covered that. We're in chapter 8 now. And I actually explained how the healing works, how the power goes into the calligraphy. But here's the very, very short 30-second version. He's trained since the age of 5 to hold, capture, and harness Qi, which is source and Mother Earth life force, frequency, and vibration. And when you train from that age, you become quite a grand master in the ability to hold, channel, and harness frequency and vibration, which is the source most pure frequency and vibration. And what he does prior to connecting to writing and calligraphy is he connects to the source, power, and frequency, and channels it into the art Therefore, it's called source art or Tao calligraphy. Tao means source. Calligraphy is a form of art. And each piece of art carries a message. This one literally translates to source back. So every calligraphy, like the one behind me, is Tao De Da I, which says the source nourishes the greatest love. So every calligraphy that's written is not just pure light coming in, it's pure light with a message of healing. And at the different centers we have around the world, to finish this explanation, we have over 60 calligraphies in most of the centers, ranging from brain to healing fear, to moving your chi, to boosting your immune system for all those with COVID, and so many more. You can name a body part, name an organ or a system, we have it. Name an imbalanced emotion, we have ones that can help to transform those negative pieces of information. And that is another aspect of what was covered in week 6, 7, and 8, which is on how this healing works, which is in essence the short version. This form of frequency and vibration is the most pure, and it releases the negative information, frequency, and vibration that resides in our personal vibrational field, which is sometimes called an aura or a soul, however you want to verbiage it. So that's, in a nutshell, what we covered the last 8 chapters over the last 12 weeks. It's only been actually 6 weeks because I do 2 of these a week. So welcome, Anthea. Welcome, Arlene. So happy to see you both here. Thank you all for sharing. So today, we're going to go into what we covered last week, which was Da'ai. Da'ai is one of 10 qualities that Master Sha has been asked to emphasize for humanity. Not only is he a worldwide teacher and healer, but he's been asked by the source to bring back to humanity qualities of life that everyone needs to grow more. They need to actualize more. And the first one of those qualities is love. The others, real quickly, are forgiveness, compassion, light, humility, harmony, flourishing, gratitude, service, and enlightenment. And so this chapter last week was on Da'ai, the greatest love. How can we have more love in our life? Most of us want to have more love. Most of us want to release love-based blockages where we've had traumatic relationships or things happen in our life that have negatively impacted, our spiritual heart, so to speak. And one of the beautiful things about the Tao Source Calligraphy and the way they work is that they do and can transform any aspect of your life. You simply make a request. So even though this book I showed you is called Tao Calligraphy for Healing and Rejuvenating Your Back, you'll notice as I've read through it and as you read it on your own that it doesn't really talk much about healing your back. It's all about how does it work, understanding calligraphy, and then it talks about how you can use any calligraphy to heal any aspect of your life. Somewhere in the book you might go do some back healing, but it's more about a general understanding of how this can be applied to you. So without further ado, let's pop into a quick coverage of last week, and then we'll move into this week, training and teaching. So you may or may not remember this image here, and this is actually the calligraphy Da'ai. Da, the first character, means greatest. The bottom character, AI, means love. And we covered all the practices on that. So very quickly to remind you, we covered the 6 power technique. Body power, where you place your hands is where the healing goes. And in this case, we were releasing heart center blockages. So we had one hand over our heart, one hand over our lower abdomen. We're going to do a practice in just a few minutes, so pay attention to the 6 powers. The second power was the sound power. What did we chant? Well, we chanted a mantra that was revealed in that last chapter 8. And it's called Yi Shi Da Wu Tiao Jian Ai Rong Hua Zai Nan Xin Xing Shen Ming. Great news. You don't have to memorize it. Very simply, in English, it translates to Da'ai is the greatest love. Bring unconditional love. Let it melt all blockages and disasters. Transform every aspect of life. That's the short English version of it. But Master Sha, being a Mandarin Chinese trained and teacher, he first releases information in his native tongue because it carries the girth and the depth of the wisdom, and then it's translated into English. That's why you have me here, to help make it a bit easier to absorb. So we chanted that last week, and we'll do that for a little bit today, and we'll also chant the words Da I, because the second power, sound power, is really key. What does it do? Sound vibrates. Sound brings in more pure positive frequency and vibration. Every one of the 6 powers accumulates and exemplifies. That's probably not the right word. I'll find a better word in a minute. The accumulates and expands the frequency and vibration you're wanting to bring. The third power is creative visualization. We see the light and love coming into our heart. We can invite the source. You believe Jesus, you believe Buddha, you believe Krishna, whoever you believe, you can invite them into your heart, and this will further help to bring a higher frequency and vibration. Third power, creative visualization. Fourth power, soul power, we'll do in a minute. Fifth power is the calligraphy. Definitely going to work with that. And the final power is breathing power, which in this case is natural breathing. Okay, so I'm going to put the calligraphy back up. We're going to focus on it, and what we're going to do is I will walk you through a soul power connection to the field, to the healing field that was already transmitted into the source calligraphy when it was created. And how do we get the healing put into that piece of art, into us, which is what we're here for, right? We put it into us by connecting soul power. We connect to it, we connect to us, and that connection causes this stream. If your spiritual third eye is open, you'll see a stream of love and light come from that sacred art directly to your area of request. If your third eye is not open, you have to work on trust. Okay, so first, choose your area of request. Choose one area. Could be a body part, organ, or system. Could be an emotional imbalance. Choose one area now, silently. And what you do is you tell heaven, dear heaven, I'm so grateful to receive this healing today. Could you please bless my da-da-da-da? Very simple like that. Okay, let me add the image here. So we have Da I, and it's a beautiful image. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect to it first. Now you can do body power. What I recommend is the left hand over the heart center and the right hand in a prayer position. This is like a conduit, heaven coming through your right hand into your heart center. Okay. What if you prefer a different hand position? That's okay. Remember, the body power, where you place your hands, is where the healing goes. Welcome also, Francia. Great to see you here. Thank you for joining. And welcome also, God's Gladiator. I love that terminology. Great to see you here as well. Close your eyes. And repeat after me. Dear the Source, my beloved Creator, and dear this special sacred art of Da I, Tao Calligraphy, I love you. I deeply honor and appreciate you. As I practice with you, could you please bless me to transform, heal, and rejuvenate my request? And you can silently make your request one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, what you can do is you can simply close your eyes and listen to the mantra and chanting and feel the light coming into you, as I have already activated the field. Or you can choose to trace, which is a form of interaction. It's a gentle movement where your elbow would gently rest on your body and your wrist simply rotates kind of in a circle, but you're just touching all 5 fingers together. I'll show you a bigger picture for a moment. All 5 fingers together. And you're simply going to follow the lines of the calligraphy from top to bottom. Whatever you see, you trace and follow. Okay? But I don't have my arm way out here. It's kind of up against my side. I'm just kind of rotating my wrist. It's nice and simple. That way my arm doesn't get tired. Okay? So let's do this together. And I will begin the mantra. Da I, da I, da Dai Dai Da I Die greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies my heart and soul. Die, 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 And now I will chant the 4 phrases that were written to go with this source calligraphy. I'll chant them in Mandarin Chinese and then break them down in English. 一世代，无条件爱，荣华才能心性生命，一世代，无条件爱，荣华才能显性生命。Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies my heart and soul. Greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies my heart and soul. And tracing to the end of this source calligraphy, offering your gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So one of the keys in working with any of the methods, tools, and techniques that Dr. Master Sha has brought to humanity to help us to feel happier and healthier is gratitude. Gratitude. That's actually the 8th of the 10 greatest qualities, the greatest gratitude, Da, Gan, Un. So when we offer our gratitude to a picture, right? This is the changing the thinking. All of you here, I recognize you all. You know this. But I'm speaking not only to you, but to everybody new that will stumble across this 2, 3, 4 years from now, because it's going live on Facebook and onto YouTube. And as Master Sha becomes more predominant, more well-known, people will find this information and search it out. And for them, I want them to know that when we offer gratitude to things like this source field calligraphy, what are we really doing? We're acknowledging the source pure power, frequency, and light that has been transported into it and wherein it resides until we interact with it, like on this video. Now, some of people might be watching this and saying, well, that's not going to work. You recorded this, 2 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, right? But I will tell you all a story. I did a live to recording, meaning not live, but it's aired as if it's live. And it was to a cable TV show over in Hawaii. It's going back about 8 years ago. And I had the first level of Tao Healing Hands. And if you're new and you've never heard that before, then contact the center and we'll help you with understanding that. And so at the end of this half-hour show, I said, I'm going to offer everybody a healing. And the reason I did that, honestly, because I wanted to see if the healing would work. I wanted to see if people could receive a healing later, watching it a month later, and see if it would still work. And so I offered a 3-minute Tao Hands healing. I'm talking to an empty room. There's nobody in the room. I'm like, okay, make a request for what you would like. And so the non-visible audience made a request, right? And so I said, okay, now I'm going to get, and I just did everything as if there was people in the room. So it aired about a month later. I completely forgot about it. And about 3 months later, I'm sitting over in the healing center in Hawaii, and we're having a demonstration evening. And somebody comes up after the demonstration evening and says, I know who you are. I'm like, great. How do you know me? They said, well, I saw you do a live presentation on Olelo, which is the cable TV station. And at the end of that thing, she said, I was just channel surfing. And I surfed across you, and I thought that was interesting. And you said, make a request for some healing. And she said, I've had a sore foot for almost 2 months now. Nothing is working. And it's just, it was like painful. And she said, so I requested for my foot. And she said, ever since then, my foot pain has been gone. It was from that 3-minute healing. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. Because I trusted the healing. I just didn't know if it would work through a video like this, right? So there's a little story for you. It absolutely does work. Why? Why does it work? Because the source is everywhere in all time. Paul didn't do the healing. I didn't do the healing now. I'm just sitting here talking to you, having a good time. But at that moment, I activated a healing field. The healing field was present when that person made a request. The source heard their request. The source delivered a blessing, and their foot pain went away. Isn't that amazing? And this is the nature when we're working with the source healing field calligraphies. This is the nature of working with the Tao Bei. And this is what I'm sharing with you today. So thank you, Quincy, for your comments. He says he remembers that. He says I don't know if he saw that, but he remembers that comment. And then he also commented earlier that he was that he has that Da'ai card, because the community has Da'ai cards where you can get them. It's like $50, and that's your calligraphy. You can also purchase a book and have access to it that way. So very exciting. Thank you, Eugenia. Great to see you here. Lori, great to see you here. If I haven't acknowledged you, so happy you're here. Thank you for clicking the share button if you haven't done so already. Let's cover some of the book that we might have missed. Okay, pop that back up here. And so I'm just going to go forward to some of the testimonials from people who were actually did this practice live with Master Sha. This covers the 6 techniques. Mind-blowing power for healing and transformation. This is one of the testimonials. This person says, I'm married with no children, a retired multinational business executive, now transformed to a meditation teacher, spiritual healer, and published author. Today, I joined the Tao Calligraphy Transformative Art Healing event with Master Sha, who wrote a beyond powerful Da'ai Tao Calligraphy. He said, my eyes were so very tired. It was the end of the day for me. I had a severe headache. The pain was an 8 out of 9, 8 to 9 out of 10. I was in very deep pain, actually, literally twisting and turning to shake off the pain. I closed my eyes and stayed in the high frequency field of light as Master Sha offered a Xiqing Hu Zhou, which is a breathing practice using the same calligraphy. So in other words, the man's eyes was closed. He was not tracing like I led you through. He was breathing in and out. And he goes on to say, he did this with a self-healing practice. And after the healing session, my painful headache, which was an 8 to 9 out of 10, was totally gone. I know Master Sha sessions, they're no longer than 10, 15 minutes. The speed and power of healing and transformation Tao Calligraphy Transformative Art brings are simply mind-blowing. Thank you, Master Sha, for your generosity. I'm so very grateful. Let's check out another one. Let's go back to this one here. This person says, I'm a 55-year-old social media expert, consultant, trainer, speaker, and business owner. I live in Austria, a small town close to Vienna, with 3 cats named Sansan, Seeker Rose, and Gracie Sophie. Gracie belongs to Andrea, a good friend who lives with me. We live in the quiet countryside at the border of a national park with forest, a lake, and everything. Boy, I'm jealous. Austria is gorgeous. So about 4 months ago, I developed liver and gallbladder issues, this person says, which started with gallbladder meridian pain that radiated to my back all the way to the right side of my leg. My liver was also becoming sensitive to the touch. Interesting. So due to my daily liver pain, which was typically a 6 to 8 on a 10 scale, I had constant tension in my body. Moving my body was uncomfortable, and the cool winter air would increase my pain when I went outside. I had pain in my lower back, down my right leg to my knee, which prevented me from exercising. While I normally enjoyed walking and running, my movement was limited and I was gaining weight from a lack of exercise. At night, I could not sleep on my right side as it caused pain to my very sensitive liver. I was getting impatient and a bit frustrated with my condition. I tried to reduce the pain by changing my eating habits, but it had no effect. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to receive a Tao Calligraphy Transformative Art Healing Blessing from Master Sha in a recent event. We did the breathing practice, Shi Qing Hu Zhuo, breathing in and out using the field power of Tao Calligraphy, which Master Sha had just written. Within 1 hour after doing this practice, my pain was reduced to 0. This is an incredibly powerful transformation with such a short period of time. I'm so happy that I can move freely and exercise again without pain. I cannot thank Master Sha enough for bringing this revolutionary high-frequency healing to humanity. So those are a couple testimonials from people. You're welcome to grab the book and read the others by yourself. Let's see what else Master Sha has to say about this source calligraphy. The Tao Calligraphy Da'ai field could transform every aspect of life beyond comprehension. Please start to use this Tao Calligraphy Da'ai field that I've shown you in Figure 7. There's no time limit. Da'ai is the greatest healer for all kinds of sickness, including sickness in the physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. Da'ai can transform all kinds of relationships, your finances, and more. As you have read, I led hundreds of people online. This wasn't even in person. This was online in 3 days of the Shi Qing Hu Zhuo breathing practice in the Tao Calligraphy Da'ai field for about 20 minutes each day. This field is given to you and humanity through this book, through this service. I wish you to practice and receive great benefits. Such a generous soul, right? He writes it, lets everybody experience it. Many, many people receive great results. And then he places that same source field into this book, along, of course, with the Da'ai from Tao back, as just practice with it, right? But how many of us actually do that? So he goes on to say, for Da'ai, the first of the 10 Da greatest qualities, I close with one sentence. Da'ai, greatest love, which is unconditional love, melts all blockages in every aspect of life. Da Quan Shu, the greatest forgiveness, brings inner joy and inner peace. Okay, let's go back here a second. So, we're going to go back. I'm going to do another practice, right? I'm going to do the breathing in Hu Zhuo with Master Sha in this Tao Source Calligraphy, because why not, right? It's already created some great benefits for others. Let's get some more healing for ourselves, and the power's there. I do want you to be aware, though, that we're going to do a different practice. Let me see if I can find it. I'm still looking. Hang on. There it is. I found it. Okay. Okay, let me share a new screen with you. There it is. Okay. Now this comes with the purchase of that pink book I've been showing you. It's not quite pink, but this is the best color I can give you. And here's a beautiful video of Master Shah explaining the Tao calligraphy. Somebody else who's had amazing results. And you'll see these two practices here with a link for a video for the Chi channel, which we haven't got to yet. So we will be doing that when I get to that training. And one for the Tao Bei for the back. And we're going to get to that one as well. But I want you to see these for just a minute, okay? And I don't know if my system is set up for you to hear the audio or not. So if you don't hear it, you can let me know. I'm actually not sure if it's going to work or not. But here's what it looks like.
Please put your mind in the area in your back. Visualize the light comes in. Use nose deep inhale. Then exhale, light radiate out from the area you need healing. Deep inhale. Tao Bei.
Go ahead and do this practice with him.
Deep inhale. Tao back. Deep inhale. Tao Bei. 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 Deep inhale. Tao back.
Okay, kind of give you a little bit of an idea what we're talking about here. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the previous page where we can watch some work with the Da calligraphy. And we're going to breathe in and out with the Da. When we breathe in, when we exhale, we will chant Da. Okay, so let us focus on this now. Let us connect first. And connecting to the source calligraphy, repeat after me, dear the soul of this Da source calligraphy. And the breathing pattern to breathe in the light and to exhale the old. As I breathe in and exhale, could you please heal and rejuvenate my area of request? I'm extremely grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, again, silently make your area of request. Welcome to everybody new who's joined. Love to see you pop in. Tell me your name so I can acknowledge you. So breathe in into your area of request. Exhale, Da. Breathe in. Da. Breathe in. Breathe in. Again. See the light coming into your area of request. See the light causing a dissipation of any blockages in this area. Deep breath in. Again. Breathe in. Breathe in. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale silently. Breathe in. Breathe in. Continue breathing in and out to your area of request, silently releasing any negative information that you're holding on to. Visualize tremendous light coming from the original Master Sha Tao Source Calligraphy, the same one that created healing miracles for people. Let us continue. Breathe in. Three more times. Breathe in. Last time out loud, exhaling all the old. Breathe in. Wonderful. Excellent. So report in. Tell me. Check in with yourself now. Where were you at? Did you have a headache when you started? Discomfort? A little emotional imbalance? Neck pain? What was going on for you before we started today? Because we've done two healing practices now, one at the beginning and one this last time with the breathing in. And what differences have you noticed? Please share. I want to read it in the chat. so what I know is with this, each and every day, Master Sha is serving more. And every time he serves more, heaven gives him higher and higher healing authorities and abilities, higher and higher channel through which whenever he writes a new Tao source calligraphy, more and more power comes through, more and more frequency and vibration comes through. And this is truly remarkable when you think about it. So each and every time we work with these, we have the greatest opportunity to transform this long-standing negative information that could be on our vibrational field for quite a long time. There are people that have huge issues with their back or with a liver condition or with teeth and gums, any number of things that could be very, very long-standing. And what he shares with everybody is when you have a chronic condition, do work with like a calligraphy like this, up to 2 hours a day, more if you can. And some people say 2 hours a day, I don't know. Okay, what's your options? Suffering? Is that your preferred option? Do you have anything to lose? Why don't you make a commitment? I'm going to do 2 hours a day for 30 days. I will find the time. I will make the time. And you might be surprised at the end of those 30 days, you could be literally healed. But people often are afraid to make that kind of a commitment. So as he often says, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. If you want to know if Tao calligraphy can bring healing and transformation to you, you have to experience it. And part of that is actually doing it for a reasonable amount of time, because it takes the time. As I give an example once in a while, if you represented this cup and inside this cup was cold water, and that cold water represented your health condition, you start pouring hot water in it, which let's say the hot water represents the healing calligraphy. You start pouring it in and pouring it in and pouring it in and pouring it in, 2 hours each day, 2 hours each day, 2 hours each day. What happens to the cold water when you start adding the hot water? It starts changing temperature, doesn't it? And pretty soon you have more hot water than you have cold water, and pretty soon there's no cold water left, and you have completely transformed. This is the nature of this modality. It works by a consistent bringing forth of the most pure positive frequency and vibration to transform the negative. So this completes today's sharing, wisdom, teaching, and practice. This is number 13. So I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, same time, same place. And make sure you grab some friends, bring them along. We'll all learn more together. If you don't have the book, make sure you get it, because in there you have access to those calligraphies and the healing animations that I used today. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for clicking that share button, and I will see you all next week on Tuesday. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.